Hello everyone! This transport, the fighters that were in that season are carried. We're going to take two fighters and send them to float them down and landing in Western Europe. Hey everyone, it's Enderman 103 coming to you with Japan's turn of my E40 Invitational. Super excited that this game is rolling now. Been planning this turn for a little bit. Didn't get to record it yesterday. Work, family night, things happen. Just got home from work. I'm literally still in uniform. But here we go. We're going to record this nonetheless. So I hope, first of all, that everyone's doing well. That you guys are all okay. And just remember, in all this madness, stay happy, stay joyful. Stay happy like Bob Ross's trees, alright? Let's get into this turn. So Japan, they start with 26 bucks. I'm buying an infantry, a cavalry, transport, and a minor factory. Alright. So then I have a total of 5 combat moves, I believe. Yes, 5 combat moves. Let me see if I can scoot this up a little bit. Alright, so first off, from Quangxi, straight up, the 3 infantry and 1 artillery from Quangxi just going right into Yunnan. And they're going to be supported by the fighter and the attack bomber in Kiangsu. And they're going to go 1, 2, 3, and they'll have 2 movement left. If you can see that die, they'll have 2 movement left because Japan starts with the technology long-range aircraft. So their movement is 5 instead of 4, and 6 with air bases. So they'll have 2 movement left, moving 1, 2, 3 into there. Then the 3 infantry and 1 artillery from Kiangxi are going to move into Hunan. The 3 infantry and artillery from Kiangsu are moving into Anhui, as well as the 3 infantry and artillery from Shantung. Shoving everything to the front. The 2 infantry and 1 artillery from Jehol are going to move into Chahar. I'll move the camera up a little bit so you can get a better view over here. And then we're going to be attacking Suiyang with some planes. So we're going to take these 2 fighters and 2 attack bombers from Manchuria, 1, 2, 3. And again, they'll have 2 movements left because of long-range aircraft. There we go. Now, there are going to be repercussions for if I take all the Chinese territories. Once China gets down to 2 territories, they're going to be considered an economic collapse. And then they can start using partisans. If you haven't seen the old rules video, partisans are basically free infantry that they get that just pop up in my empty territories. So I'm going to have to keep a very keen eye out for keeping my territories from China. So our last attack, there's 6 total, I miscalculated, is Amur. We're just going to be slamming Amur with basically everything. So Russia did declare war on me on their turn, sending a tank and a mech into Xikang. So we're going to be attacking Amur just because we can. We're not getting the national objective for not being at war with Russia anymore, so may as well take their money. So 6 infantry from Manchuria going into Amur, and 4 infantry from Korea, as well as a mechanized infantry from Manchuria. Supporting them, there's going to be a transport from C-Zone 19 swinging into C-Zone 6, picking up 2 infantry, going up to C-Zone 5 and dropping those 2 infantry off in Amur. They're going to be supported as well by the battleship from C-Zone 6 going to 5 and the cruiser from C-Zone 6 going into 5, both of which will be bombarding. And I believe that is everything for combat. So I'll go ahead and set the first battle up on the battle board and we'll meet you over there. Alright, so here's that first battle, the Battle of Yunnan. And this one's going to be pretty dicey, but we have 2 infantry attacking at 1, an infantry and artillery attacking at 2, a fighter at 3, attack bomber at 4, and he has 4 infantry defending at 2. So we'll just get right to this. There's my empty cup. We're going to see what we can do. And we did get 3 hits, which is good. So our bomber hit, our fighter hit, and one of our infantry hit. Everything else missed. So we'll set those aside. And there are his 4 infantry at 2. We'll go ahead and roll those. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Good lord. So 3 of his 4 infantry hit. So I got 3 hits. So I'll take 3 of his dice out, and he got 3 hits, so I'll be losing my 3 infantry. Alright. Man, so I'm going to press on. So I'm pressing on with an artillery, and a fighter, and attack bomber against his infantry. There's my cup. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, all misses. Okay. And he defends with his infantry. Please miss. Oh, no! Oh, crap. Okay. So we lost our artillery now. I'm going to keep going. With just my fighter and attack bomber against his infantry. So actually, this isn't a roll, but I wish it was. I'm going to roll them all together. So my fighter, my attack bomber, his infantry, I'll just roll them all together. Okay, I got him, and he missed. So that's good. So at least the territory of Yunnan is now clean. Clean of Chinese units, and we'll be surviving there with a fighter and attack bomber. We'll get on to the next one. Alright, so this is the battle for Hunan. We have 2 infantry at 1, and infantry and artillery at 2, and he's defending with 2 infantry at 2. So, let's get right into this bad boy. See what damage we can wreak. 2 at 1, 2 at 2, and we got 1 hit there. Oh, well I threw it, but it still landed on 2. There you go. And he'll have 2 at 2. And those are both misses, so he'll be losing in infantry. And we will press on. And all misses. And he'll be retaliating with an infantry. That misses as well. 1 hit. Nope. All misses again. And he retaliates. He missed as well. Is this round 4 or 5 now? Come on, something. Okay, before I touch that, I'm going to let you guys see. That's a 2. So that one, oh, it doesn't matter. That one hit anyway. So there you go. We got the hit we needed. And he retaliates. Final chance to get something. And the answer is no. Alright, so we'll be surviving in Hunan with 3 infantry left and an artillery. And we'll set up the next one. Alright, so this is the battle for Suiyuan. We have 2 fighters, 2 tactical bombers, 2 fighters at 3, 2 tacks at 4, and he's defending with 2 infantry at 2. So we can just roll these all together. And we'll see how this goes. Hopefully we don't have to lose any planes on our first turn. And we do. He did get a hit, but we got the hits we needed. Both our fighters hit and one of our attacks hit. So, come back over here. We'll be losing a fighter. And he'll be losing both of his infantry. So we'll be surviving in Suiyuan with a fighter and 2 tactical bombers. Okay, so this is the battle for Amur. I didn't even bring all my stuff over. I'm just going to roll the bombardments and see if we can get him. So we have a cruiser at 3, a battleship at 4. And yeah, our cruiser hit him. He gets to defend. And he missed. Perfect. So we'll be surviving with, actually, I'm just going to double check. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. We'll be surviving with 12 infantry and a mechanized infantry and more. Alright, so that went pretty decently well, except for here in Yunnan. We didn't get to take that one. But we won all of our other battles pretty flawlessly. We lost a total of just these 3 infantry and artillery and fighter. That's pretty much it. So we'll go ahead and land these planes and then get to non-combat movements. So these two, the fighter and the tactical in Yunnan, are both going to go use their 2 remaining movements and go 1, 2, and 1, 2, and land in Siam. Alright, then the 3 planes in Suyan are just going to land in Johor. That's the only legal landing spot that they have left. Okay, so then we'll get to the rest of our non-combat movements. Lots of ships moving. So the carriers from Sea Zone 6 are going to move 1, 2, 3 down to 36, both of the carriers. Alright. Then the transport in Sea Zone 6 is going to pick up an infantry and artillery from Japan. Also move 1, 2, 3 and drop that infantry and artillery off in Kwang Sea. The fighter in Okinawa is going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and land in Siam. As well as the fighter in Formosa will go 1, 2, 3, and 4, and land in Siam. So, the 2, I'm just going to switch these 2 fighters in Japan for the 2 fighters in Sea Zone 6 because of how the movement's going to be. Same with the attack bombers. Just because of the white chips underneath them. So the 2 fighters and tactical bombers that were in Sea Zone 6 on the carriers are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 and land there in Siam, as well as those fighters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then the 2 fighters and 2 tacticals from Japan are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 and land on the carriers in Sea Zone 36. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's actually 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, no, it is 4. All right. So then this carrier, along with the fighter and tack on it from Sea Zone 33, are going to go 1, 2, 3 into Sea Zone 36. Dang it, I'm throwing things. And the destroyer is going to stay there. The transport here in Sea Zone 20 is going to go 1, 2 and end in Sea Zone 6. And then everything else from Sea Zone 19, the destroyer, cruiser, sub is going to come down to 36, as well as the cruiser in Sea Zone 20 will go to 36. All right. 2. So this fighter here in Korea is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and land in Kwang Sea. So let me just double check the board for a sec, see if I missed anything. The A gun in Manchuria is going to move to Johor. I believe that is all. So yeah, I'll go ahead and move to recap, and I'll see you guys there. Alright, one last thing I forgot to do before we get to our recap is place our units. So we're going to be placing that transport in Sea Zone 6, an infantry and a cavalry down in Japan, and that minor factory will be going in Kiangsu. Alright, now we'll get to the recap. Alright, so here's the summary of our turn. In Sea Zone 5, we have a battleship, a cruiser, and a transport. In Amur, there are 12 infantry and 1 mech. In Sea Zone 6, there are 2 transports, 1 submarine, 2 destroyers. In Japan itself, there are 4 infantry, 1 artillery, 3 anti-air, a tank, a cavalry, and 2 bombers. In Johor, there's a fighter, 2 tacticals, and an AA gun. Chahar, there's two infantry and an artillery, excuse me. In Anhui, there are 6 infantry and 2 artillery. In Hunan, there are 3 infantry, 1 artillery. In Koingsi, there's 1 infantry, 1 artillery, 1 fighter. Okinawa has an infantry. Iwo Jima has an infantry. C-Zone 33 has a destroyer, and the Caroline Islands have 2 infantry and an anti-air gun. Paula Island has 1 infantry. C-Zone 36 has 3 aircraft carriers, 2 cruisers, 1 destroyer, 1 transport, 1 submarine, 3 fighters, and 3 tactical bombers. And Siam has 2 infantry, 5 fighters, and 3 tactical bombers. Now on to the economy. Alright, so after Japan's turn, Russia is down to 37, Japan is up to 30, and China is down to 9 along with Free France. So we'll look at our money. Our base income is now at 30. We're getting the national objective of 10 IPCs for not being at war with the United States and being nice to the rest of the allies. So our total after tax is 40 IPCs to spend on our next turn. And with that, I pass it on to Generalfund, who's going to be taking America's turn. All right, thanks for sticking around, guys. I love you all so much. It's Enderman 103 saying, peace out.